Robin Cisek star is on the rise as the singer continues to make her mark as an indigenous alternative pop artist. And she's in town helping celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Imaginative Film and Media Arts Festival. And Robin is live this morning here in studio at CP24 Breakfast. Good to meet you this morning, Robin. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so let's talk about your career and how you describe your music here for people who may not necessarily know who you are. And if they don't know, they're missing out on a great emerging artist, as you were named a couple of years ago here. How do you describe your music and what are your influences?
Yeah, so I describe my music as alternative pop. I'm very inspired by a lot of synth sounds and a lot of different musical influences. I'm influenced by a lot of music that my parents listen to, so I'm really a big fan of Stevie Nicks and an artist named Banks. But yeah, I've just started kind of producing my own music for this project that I'm working on, so I'm really excited about it.
How did you make that decision that you decided, you know what, I want to kind of take maybe a little more creative control here?
I think when I first started music, I have had the best experiences with my producers, so I've been very lucky that way. But I've always kind of wanted to push the envelope and start working on my own music and have more of a say in what goes into my music. I have a very clear vision of what I want to create, so it's been really, really cool to get to kind of sit in the producer's chair and see what comes of it. It's been a hard journey to kind of learn all that, but it's been really rewarding.
Do you kind of feel a little more pressure that it's kind of all on you now? It's not like you can turn to someone and say, well, that was my producer's idea. Like now it's like, it was you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But I feel like I feel so rewarded by it. Like I get to say, okay, this was the vision and this is kind of what came out of it. So it's been really a cool experience.
Absolutely. That's great, Robin. And I think that takes a lot of courage to sort of do everything by yourself. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Taking part in Imaginative for you, what does this mean to you? You're a Métis musician taking part in this here. How important is this?
Oh, it's been an amazing experience for me. So last year I got to show my music video for my song Memories there, but I didn't get to make it in. So this year getting to perform and getting to be there in person is really special for me. But yeah, as a Métis artist too, it's a huge part of my identity. To get to share that part of myself is really special. And to get to communicate with indigenous groups and indigenous collectives has been really, really special, especially indigenous artists. Yeah. So that is really cool that we come from kind of the same background and we get to share history about our families and all that stuff. So I'm really excited.
And when you talk about sharing history and sort of creativity, do you share ideas as well, or concepts, or like, hey, Robin, some other artist might say, hey, Robin, I've got something I think that might work for your sound and not me. Is there that kind of collaboration and sharing?
Absolutely. And there's sharing in the business aspect of things and the sound aspect and just creative visions as a whole. Like I feel like when I attend Indigenous conferences or artistic Indigenous events that I get kind of reinvigorated to keep pursuing the arts. So that's always been a really, really good thing, to kind of come back to the community and find your grounding and then go back into your art and create from there.
You just said something really interesting. You said something about sounds and finding sounds. So when you're making music or writing music, do you hear the sound before you hear the lyric, or do you have a process, or is it just kind of like it's in the ether? It's
definitely very fluid for me. When I was working with my producers, I would usually start with working with them on the sound and then take it into my studio and kind of work on the lyrics and the melodies. But as I'm producing on my own, I find that there's a lot more room for experimentation, which has yielded some really cool results that I kind of wouldn't have expected. So me still learning, there's so much to learn in production. I feel like I've had the opportunity to not be so closed in by like maybe what other artists have been taught in school. So being able to experiment and kind of experience the program itself and just kind of add things in here and there has been really cool for me. It's definitely been inspirational to take the sounds and then move towards my lyrics and kind of develop in that direction.
Yeah, it must be fun to sort of just see your own career and style evolving like this. Robin, we're so fortunate to have you here today as well. You're a proud Edmontonian. Edmonton Oilers back in the Stanley Cup Finals tonight, up against the Panthers again, who of course beat them in 7 games last year.
I know, fingers crossed.
What's different this year? How do you feel? I know you're proud about this, but how do you feel about this team this year and what may unfold over the next couple of weeks?
I'm excited. I'm a huge hockey fan. So when I was younger, I used to play hockey. I used to be a centerman, so I was right in all of the playmaking and all that sort of thing. So I'm loving what the Oilers are doing. I think that they have a really good team this year. I think that there's a lot of playmakers, and we have a lot of opportunities to score, which is great. We have a lot of players who are scoring. So I think that that's really positive for us, that we don't have like a top four. Our scoring and our points are really spread out amongst the team. So I'm excited to see that. I think that there's a lot of opportunity there. There
is indeed. Let's see. And we're asking our audience today about, who you're cheering for. And a majority, of course, are going for Edmonton as Canadians team. And the final, Robin, pleasure to meet you this morning. Good luck. I hope it goes well at Imaginative. And we'll talk soon. Congrats on all you've achieved so far.
Thank you so much for having me.